What are you most proud of in this journey that you're already on?
I think it's the giving people their time back, right? Controlling their schedule and being able to work. That's what I'm most proud of, giving people the opportunity to be proud of the businesses that they're growing and be proud of the service that they're able to provide their clients.
This is David Banko, founder of Calomation and former gym owner who scaled his business from the ground up. Now through Calomation, he's helped hundreds of entrepreneurs grow using AI-powered tools.
What's next? Because it's growing at such a rapid rate. How do you see that? What's the next step?
It's evolving so quickly. So next step with the phone calls is I'm looking at the paid advertising side.
What's up, everybody? This is Ryan Van Ornum with another Scaling Up Success podcast brought to you by Cynergists. Today I have David Banko with Calomation. David, how are you today, sir?
Doing well. I appreciate you having me on.
Oh man, it's a pleasure to have you, man. So tell me a little bit about Calomation. What inspired you to start that and get into it?
It started from my past experience as a gym owner. So I wanted to create something that would have been very helpful and beneficial to me at the time. So what I do is essentially shore up follow-up systems for businesses, and I do that by using AI. So I use AI to handle all incoming calls and messages and inquiries into the business and plugging the holes in the follow-up system to make sure they're all followed up and they're handled exactly how you want them to be handled when they come into the business.
Man, that's awesome. That's actually a really fascinating, piece of artificial intelligence that is, most people think of artificial intelligence as like, Terminator 2 Skylabs is taking over the world, that you're not going to be able to function without it type of, it's going to start functioning on its own. And what you're doing is actually, creating something that's an asset that has a very specific, type of, advantage to help business owners grow. That's really cool.
Appreciate that. Oh yeah.
Very cool, man. So tell me a little bit, have you seen your business, evolve since you launched it?
It's cool because we're still in the early stages, so getting it up and running. But yeah, just making a difference, being able to take business owners from feeling overwhelmed, right? Being connected to their phone all the time. And so that's really what we're trying to do, and that's where it stemmed from for me. When I had the gym, my number was the business number. So being in those one-on-one sales meetings or giving a tour to a new person coming into the gym for the first time or that personal training session, it was like, hey, you have my undivided attention, except if the phone rings, right? So I needed some way to be able to give the clients, the people in front of me, undivided attention while still not missing opportunities on the back end. So it's really that transformation from overwhelm and being able to focus and be more client facing that we're really trying to build.
Man, that's really cool. What are you most proud of in this journey that you're already on?
I think it's the giving people their time back, kind of time and control, right? Controlling their schedule and being able to work on the business and not so much in it and be a victim of the scheduling, I guess. So that's what I'm most proud of, giving people the opportunity to be proud of the businesses that they're growing and be proud of the service that they're able to provide their clients. So I think that's the best thing so far.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Mhm.
What is there any has when you've been having these conversations, I'm sure that there's been some unexpected opportunities or come up. Tell us a story or two that you've gotten from that.
Unexpected opportunity. Well, I think it's just been being able to work in multiple business industries, ones that I didn't necessarily think that I would, from, roofing companies to business coaches to med spas. So it's kind of all over the map. So being able to meet a lot of great and interesting people that are doing wonderful things. So, as entrepreneurs, as business owners, I think we have opportunities and a big advantage to help more people. So just being able to meet diverse people and the opportunities to meet people in different verticals, different industries has probably been the biggest thing for me.
I found something very similar when we started building this out. It's so funny when you start into one type of like vertical in business. Like when I was in real estate, it was about, finding the next person that wanted to buy a home in a certain region. Building the virtual assistant company, it's been a national brand that we've already started to, and then being able to make connections, with just even like this podcast of meeting people from around the country, just amazing people. I've had I've had a cancer survivor that has climbed Mount Everest and takes people on journeys up to Kilimanjaro. He ran 7 marathons in 7 days on 7 continents in 1 week. Unbelievable guy.
Right.
I've met NFL players, I've met hockey players, I've met
Mhm.
baseball players, I've met, successful authors and business coaches. It's just kind of been, honestly, it's been one of these things that has reaffirmed my my passion for helping others is what we do. And I'm sure you're having those same type of things happen when you're having those conversations.
Absolutely.
Very cool. Very
Yep.
cool. How with what you're doing, like how do you maintain that work-life balance? Because like when you're starting this thing up, I mean, it takes a lot to get it going, even if you're just built. And I'm not trying to say just building an AI, but like
Yeah.
there's so much behind it. How do you maintain that?
It's difficult for sure. That's one thing that I've certainly struggled with. So it is finding that balance, but having a lot of systems set up in place. And so, bringing on a new client, it's having their goals, the scope of the work, and a lot of those systems just having the work that I'm going to do and setting expectations with the client and timeline that's not going to put me back and have my back up against the wall where I need to get everything done in the next, 12 or 24 hours. So giving appropriate time to make sure that the work is getting done appropriately and still giving time to breathe and do things that I enjoy with the family and my dogs. So
Very cool,
um,
man. Very cool. So I'm sure you're hearing it, like what unique challenges are you hearing from business owners in the adoption phase of what you do?
yeah, I think it's the biggest thing is understanding how it can work for the business, and then am I going to lose the personal touch? You know, having an AI, which is just not the case because a lot of times on that piece that's brought up a lot is the first interaction that we have with companies or businesses usually isn't with the owner or the person that we ended up doing business with anyway. So you're not losing that personal touch. You're actually giving better customer service because people are getting an immediate answer and response, and so they're feeling heard. They're feeling taken care of right away. So as far as the adoption phase, the two biggest challenges I see is just understanding how AI and the systems can work for you and your business, and then not wanting to lose the personal touch, which you're not losing either because you're going to have the meeting, the one-on-one appointments with your clients, and then eventually do the work and service that you provide. So it's just a way to enhance what you're already doing without losing the personal touch. But those are usually the two biggest things that they come up in the beginning.
That's fantastic, man. That's really great news. What advice would you give somebody when starting their entrepreneurial journey? I mean, there's so many different routes that people are going on, but like what with what you got going on, what advice would you give somebody?
It's going to be difficult, but also rewarding. It truly is a roller coaster. Some very high days, some very low days, but consistency is always going to win in the end. So show up to those bad days just like you show up to the good days, and know that better days are ahead, and truly know and understand that the people are out there that want to help you and see you succeed. So don't try and do it yourself. The more people that you can meet and talk to, the better off you're going to be. Because I found people, business owners, or in entrepreneurship, they truly just want to help and see others succeed. It's not so much a competition. We're all just trying to pull each other up. So look for help. You're not competing. There's people out there that want to help and support you.
Love that, man. Love seeing you grow, dude. It's awesome. What what's next? Because like with what you have on the tech and artificial intelligence, I mean, it's growing at such a rapid rate. How do you see that? What's the next step? What's the next evolution?
Next step is, it's evolving so quickly. So next step with phone calls is, where I see it going is when companies get leads. So I'm looking at the paid advertising side. So a lot of paid advertising, we're trying to acquire leads and get contact information. And it's almost going to become your outbound source. So you get the lead, you get permission to call, and then the AI is going to call, and it's going to be a trained associate for your team. So you're not going to have, get the notification. Oh, I have to go make this call real quick. Like that's already going to be handled. So the AI piece is just going to make it a lot more efficient, and speed to lead we talked about. So that's going to drop drastically as we're able to implement that. And so really it's just going to it's going to free up more time, and I go back to it again, enhance what you're already doing. So it's going to make your team open up to more possibilities and growth opportunities for your business, while AI is handling a lot of the daily repetitive tasks. So that's where I see it kind of going next. And who knows what the future capabilities are going to be available. It's hard to say that because it's been evolving and so quickly, but
I love that, man. That's very cool. So, man, I could talk all day long with you about where AI is taking stuff, man. But appreciate everything that the insight that you've given our listeners and everything. How can people get a hold of you? Share your all your socials and like contact info, man. How can people get a hold of you, bro?
yeah. Yeah, so I can be found at Calomation, Calomation, Facebook, Instagram, I'm on LinkedIn as well. So my pages are there. If you want to call and test out the AI and see what it sounds like, call it 720-573-0211. It'll role play a scenario for you and your business, which is very cool. So you can go through the process and kind of see how it's set up and handled. And yeah, that's where you can find me.
That is so cool, dude. I'm really excited to see where this is taking you, man. Really vested to see how, I love seeing the growth in the artificial intelligence side of stuff. So best of luck in implementing everything and taking it to a whole nother level, my friend.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Ryan.
Absolutely, man. Once again, this is Ryan Van Ornum with the Scaling Up Success podcast, powered by Cynergists, and David Banko with Calomation. Enjoy your day, everyone. Take care.